It's Saturday, November 22nd, and here is your no jargon overview of everything you may have missed in business and finance yesterday. The stock market had another wild day, but this time it did end on a high note. After big ups and downs all week, all three major stock indices, the Dow, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq, finished higher yesterday. Every major sector, from tech to healthcare to communications, they all moved higher, which doesn't happen all that often. Even with yesterday's bounce, though, the overall week still wasn't great. All three major indices ended the week lower than where they started. And the Nasdaq, the index with the most tech companies, has now dropped 3 weeks in a row. It's down over 7% from its highest level in October. The big tech names that had been carrying the market, the Magnificent Seven, mostly fell this week too. Only Google's parent company, Alphabet, had a good week. The others, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, they were all down. So why did the market suddenly jump on Friday? Well, it mainly came down to one sentence from a top Federal Reserve official. He said the Fed could potentially lower rates in the near term without hurting their fight against inflation. That one comment changed everything. Suddenly, investors started expecting the Fed to lower rates in December, with the odds of a rate cut jumping from just 39% to almost 72% in one afternoon. Lower interest rates make borrowing cheaper, which usually pushes stock prices higher. Stocks that benefit the most from lower rates, like home building companies and smaller businesses, they saw an especially strong boost on Friday. Treasury rates also lowered slightly. But there is still a big challenge for the Fed. They are flying blind right now. The government announced it will not release the October inflation or jobs numbers. Normally that data helps the Fed make decisions. Without it, they are going into their December meeting with more uncertainty than usual. We did get some new information yesterday about how Americans are feeling financially. The University of Michigan's consumer survey showed that people are still worried, almost more worried than ever, about high prices, weaker paychecks, and rising layoffs. Speaking of layoffs, a surprising stat came out this week. People with four-year college degrees now make up a record 25% of all unemployed Americans. That's unusual, and it shows how much white-collar hiring has slowed this year. Crypto had another rough day. Bitcoin continues to fall and is now down more than 25% just this month. Oil prices also dipped yesterday after the U.S. pushed for a possible Russia-Ukraine peace plan, although the idea was quickly rejected by Ukrainian and European leaders. Some quick company highlights. Eli Lilly, the drug company behind the blockbuster weight loss and diabetes drugs, Mounjaro and Zepbound, it hit a $1 trillion valuation for the first time ever. They're the first healthcare company to reach that level and only the second non-tech company. Alphabet, Google's parent company, also had a milestone. It just passed Microsoft to become the third largest company in the U.S.